All right, guys, how's it going? So we have a lot of updates to go through. There has been, we moved. Currently, we're back in Michigan for a few weeks doing the fundraising and all that stuff. So I want to apologize for the lack of content on the YouTube page and for the taking a break for all of you who are following the Love Dare. I actually had tried to set it up to like there's supposed to be an app where you do a couple days ahead of time and then you post it like every few days. But apparently I am not tech savvy, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna redo it. So here we are on day 8. Um, Day 8 is love is not jealous. So day 8 is on jealousy. Um, I really like this one actually, and uh, the the verse that goes with it is Song of Solomon, and I'm going to do this one backwards. So we're going to start with the challenge, and then I'll start going into what it talks about in the book. So the challenge is the challenge for day 8 is to determine to be the biggest fan for your family, for your wife, for your child, for those who are in your inner circle of your family, to reject the thoughts of jealousy, and to. Do you remember we made a list like a month and a half ago on day 7? So you're supposed to throw that thing away or burn it, and it's just a way to say like I'm rejecting these thoughts of negativity. Um, so you wrote all these thoughts down. Hopefully your negative list is smaller than your positive list, and then you get rid of that. And then the next part of the challenge is to share with your loved ones your happiness about their success. Um, and that's doable, right, guys? Uh, so one more time, the challenge for day 8 is to determine to become the biggest fan of your family. Um, be the number one cheerleader or coach or whatever that word is that you want to put in that spot for your wife, for your husband, for your children, for your whatever is that nuclear family for you. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah. And to show them through words, actually. And now words are really strong. Words are very strong because a lot of times we think we're showing something by leaving a gift or a nudge on the shoulder, but when we miss the most obvious form, which is "Hey, I'm proud of you," or "Hey, congratulations," or "Hey, good job," then there's a chance that there is some misinterpretation or a lack of interpretation. So become their big cheerleader, leader, let them know that you're happy about their success. And so today is on jealousy, and it goes on to talk about how there are two types of jealousy, okay? There's an illegitimate jealousy, and that's kind of like envy and selfishness. You know, when someone else is in the limelight and you're like, ooh, man, that's my spotlight. Or why are they getting the attention? Or, yeah, how come their business is so successful? Or, I wish I spoke more like this person. I remember, um, man, it must have been a year ago. I was sitting in a church and I was listening to a pastor speak, and he said, he had commented when he was a younger kid how he knew this guy who was very extroverted, right? And this person, he could join any conversation and he could do this and he could do that, and he was jealous. He was like, why am I not that person? And really, jealousy is an attack on two people, isn't it? It's an attack on the other, but it's also attack on yourself. In this case, Anthony was saying, I'm not satisfied with who I am, so I'm jealous and I want what they have. So jealousy is really something to work on for us, and we got to make sure that our hearts are good, because I think a lot of the problems that we might have in our relationships can stem from this jealousy. Um, but on the other side, and this is what this is going to be about more than more than the negative, I think we're going to focus on the positive jealousy, which is the legitimate jealousy, the jealousy that it talks about when it says the Lord is a jealous God. He's someone who loves you and he wants your love. And that's how we should be for our family. We want them. We're so jealous and zealous for them that we want them to succeed, that we want them to know that we love them, and we want to experience the love ourselves, right? So remembering that love is wanting the greatest good for another, and not the perverse kind of love that we get into, not that kind of tainted love where it becomes obsession or codependent or these things. A jealousy based in obsession or codependence, that becomes abuse. It becomes all sorts of stuff. So we really have to watch which type of jealousy we're dipping into, because we don't, men, guys, we don't want to be the kind of husband that's jealous and like, oh, you can't see your friends, oh, this or that, because really that's based out of insecurity, that's based out of selfishness, that's based out of a lot of wrong-headed things. And then our wives are going to start despising us. And on the other side, considering that this is a family blog, we don't want to be the type of parents who are so jealous for our children that we're saying to our kids, oh, you're not allowed to go here, you're not allowed to go there, you can't experience this because I want you with me. Then we become these helicopter parents, which is unsafe for our kids, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a way to show love. But here is, I guess we're just going to let this one flow, okay? You know, we were talking the other day with some friends at a church. Actually, no, we were talking with the friends from the church, but we were at a park. And I was listening to Heather talk, and it's crazy. This woman is amazing. So we were speaking, and she's speaking, and she's talking, and I thought to myself, I'm like, man, I really wish I was as profound as my wife is. Because my wife, she says things, and when you guys who know Heather know what I'm talking about. When she says stuff, it's deep, right? It penetrates the heart. And I was like, man, I should stop talking so much because when Heather speaks, it's good. I just throw out so much stuff that, sure, there's good stuff in it, but you got to sift through what I'm saying to get to it. But I was so proud of her, and I noticed this worm of jealousy saying, man, why can't I do this? I wish I was like da 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 da. And I was able to notice it and check it, thank the Lord. But it just comes in from all ways, doesn't it? I mean, it was a moment of pride for me. I was so happy. I was like, man, I'm married to this amazing woman who has discernment, and she's got love, and she's amazing when she speaks. She connects to people. And then from there, wiggled in this little thing of jealousy where instead of saying, man, I'm so proud, I want to see this blossom and bloom, I was like, I want to take that, and I want that. Essentially, I was doing what my pastor buddy did. So what I've been working on, and now understand that this was like a month and a half ago that I did this Love Dare, and we have moved, and we've been doing all sorts of crazy stuff since then. So really what I've been trying to work on, and I'm glad I reread it today because I noticed that I was laxing, right? I was starting to chill and not doing what I should be doing, is I want to be a better cheerleader. Now, not the kind of guy, and this is just me, and maybe you're different. I don't want to be the guy who's like, everybody gets a first prize, because I think at that point we're setting up another, this false narrative that's like everything you do is good, when that's not true. If someone, maybe they're just not trying, and we're setting them up to fail at that point. But what I'm really trying to do with my girls and with my wife and even myself, I guess, is to become their fan, to say, man, that's awesome. I recognize that you're doing this. You're doing great. Keep going. You're amazing. Awesome. And when they have these super awesome moments, to make sure and check myself to say that I don't jump in somehow and steal the spotlight. Because for me, I don't think I'm an extrovert, but everyone else says I am, so I must be, right? I just don't. And that said, I jump into situations and I don't want to do that. So I'm really working on when my daughter's talking, she's like, check out this awesome thing I did. I learned this magic trick, that I don't jump in and be like, sweet, check out my magic trick. I'm like, yeah, sweet, show me the trick. Let's do it. Do it. I love it. Uh, hey, grandma, did you see Mila's magic trick? You know, I'm not like busting out with, now everyone's into magic. I'm really trying to say, hey, have you seen this trick? Have you done this? I want to encourage and become the, I don't like to call myself a cheerleader. That's not like you know, I'm trying to figure an encourager, maybe a not jealous person. I don't know. Um, but that's what I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, 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 I want to be that dad. I want to be that guy who I see with his children, or I see with his wife, and I'm like, man, that's the kind of husband I want to be. Hey, he handled that well, or wow, he's going to end up having some really good children, or he's setting these kids up for a really good, successful life, because it's not the fake. And this is what we have to worry about, I think, maybe here is, it's not the fake cheerleading. It's not the fake enabling. It's not, but it's actually recognizing, man, this is good. You're trying, you're doing awesome. And sometimes even when they fail, being like, hey, who cares? Everybody fails. Let's get up and try again. I don't know how much of that was actually on jealousy. I think I just rambled about day 8. But yeah. Welcome back. I'm back. I'm sorry for the month and a half delay on a video that was supposed to be out 3 weeks ago. My goodness. I hope you're good. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.